Hi everyone, it's Rena from Perth IELTS and PTE Tutoring. I am a private tutor based in Perth, Western Australia, and today I would like to do a quick tut on repeat sentence for PTE Academic. So in this series for PTE Academic, we've already covered read aloud and we've covered write from dictation, which are really, really important. And this is the next really important one, which is repeat sentence. Before I continue on, I just want to say there are a lot of you who are searching for ways to cheat the AI. Okay? There are a lot of you who just want the quickest, fastest method of just getting a high score, just scraping through and passing the test. If you're that person, if you're looking for tips, tricks, hacks, any way you can cheat the AI, my content is probably not for you because I'm not going to teach you how to cheat. A good tutor is going to teach you how to improve your English and pass an English proficiency test at the same time. That's our job. So then let's say you say, oh, but Rena, you don't get it. You don't get it. I need the PTE results to get into a university in Australia. So what you're going to do is you're going to go online, you're going to watch YouTube. I'm going to watch some videos on YouTube and I'm going to cheat the AI and I'm going to get the score that I need. And then I'm going to rock up to university here and realize I don't have what it takes and I'm not at the same level as my peers. I'm not at the same level not just as my international student peers, I'm not at the same level as the local Australian peers. Is that what you really want? And if your answer is yes, that's what I really want. I just want to cheat the system. I want the score. I want to get into university. Just give me what I need. This content is not for you because I am not going to teach you how to cheat. I will teach you how to work with the AI. I will teach you how it's actually meant to be done. And of course, I want you to work on your English command and proficiency. All right? Just like guys at the gym, they don't show up once a week or once a month with these big muscles and say, "Oh yeah, I didn't have to do it. I just cheated the system." There is no way around it, okay? Consistent exercise with whatever they want, with weight training, progressive overload, whatever, but they do it consistently. And the same goes for English language and any language. For every muscle you don't use, the more you lose. Okay? Same goes for language. The less you use it, the more you lose it. Okay? So I want you to work on your English command. I'm not going to be that girl who's going to teach you how to cheat. It's not going to be me. Okay? Glad that's over. I hope my rant wasn't too offensive. Let's move on. All right, so before I get into a few demonstrations, I want to go through a few basic points about repeat sentence. Okay. So let's talk about the no BS basics of repeat sentence for PTE Academic. It contributes to both your listening and your speaking scores. Up to 30% of your final speaking score will come from repeat sentence. Up to 23% of your final listening score will come from repeat sentence. So you know that it is, to me, in my opinion, the third most important question type out of the 20 question types. Okay? So don't forget, out of the 20 question types, 11 assess both two skills. And of the 11, there are 4 that are really important, and we're going to go through all of them anyways. This is the third most important one, repeat sentence. Each time you will hear up to 12 sentences. Each recording can be up to 5 seconds long, but on average I find that they're about 3 seconds long. There are no gaps or preparation time between recording and answer sets, okay? So as soon as you hear the recording, you are meant to answer straight away. You will see a word saying recording, that's when you start speaking. Okay, so you're given a total of 15 seconds to respond, but if the recording is a 3-second long recording, you should probably be responding within 3 seconds. So before we go into the demonstrations, let's talk a little bit about the technique. First things first, as usual, as with other question types, I want you to really focus. Prepare to listen. Make sure your eyes aren't moving around and focus completely on listening. Remember that your auditory recall depends heavily on how well you can hear these sentences. Don't attempt to take notes. Don't attempt to type anything, nothing. As soon as you see the word recording, you start speaking, and as soon as you're done speaking, you click stop recording or submit. The reason I'm telling you to do this is because around you there's going to be lots of ambient noise, okay? Not just from just people clicking on their keyboards and stuff, but there will be other people talking as well. Some of them might even be yelling. Some of them might be very, very close to you, depending on where your test center is. There can be up to 15 people in each test room, okay? So when you do these repeat sentences, I want you to attempt to repeat exactly what you heard, because as far as I'm concerned, as usual, content matters, okay? Don't repeat yourself or attempt to correct any mistakes you may have made, whether you have fumbled or you mispronounced something or you think you missed a word. Don't worry about it. You just vomit out the sentence as you heard it, okay? Now remember that poor fluency and pronunciation might bring down your speaking score, but poor content will bring down both your listening and speaking scores. So this is why, again, I'm going to tell you again and again that content matters for a repeat sentence. Righto? Okay, let's move on. So I'm just going to be really honest. Lots of you are consuming so much content online, whether it's from blogs or from YouTube videos. You can watch hundreds of them, and if you don't have some basic skills before you attempt repeat sentence, you're probably going to end up with pretty poor scores, okay? So I'm just being honest. There are a few skills you need before attempting repeat sentence, one of which is being able to listen in English. Whether you're listening to the radio, to an English speaking radio station, or you're watching English YouTube channels, whatever it is, you need to be able to hear things clearly in English. Next, this is a small problem for quite a few of you, but speech clarity and consistency. Quite a few of you either have really, really fast speech rates, or you speak really, really slowly, or your speech speed varies. It's not consistent and it's not clear. Some of you, especially men, like to mumble and swallow their words, whereas some of the girls tend to be a bit shrieky and a bit shouty. Okay? We need high clarity and high consistency. Speak at a normal volume, at a normal rate, at a consistent rate. Now, this is a totally separate issue from pitch. If you've got a pitch problem, like you're a guy with a really deep voice, or you're a girl with a real chipmunk type voice, maybe PTE is not for you, okay? Finally, what you actually need is basic English grammar, okay? In general, obviously, I want you to have accurate spelling, but spelling doesn't really matter for this particular question type. But basic English grammar is really important because when you hear the sentence, you're going to be able to repeat it because you understood it. Okay? Let's move on. That's all I have to say about repeat sentence. Let's jump straight into our demonstrations. See you in a bit, guys. All right, friends. So here I am at my AlfaPTE dashboard. Let's take a look-see. Let's do a bit of repeat sentence practice. I've done a couple already. Let's go with this one, shall we?
Every car maker in Europe has sort of been on the blocks because of their dependence on diesel.
Every car maker in Europe has sort of been on the blocks because of their dependency on diesel. All right, so you heard me stutter. Okay, let's submit that. Let's see how we went. All right, so yes, I admit my fluency was really poor. My content wasn't great. Every car maker in Europe has sort of been on the blocks. Okay. All right, so I've missed 3 words and you still will get a 64-60. That's not the worst. All right, let me try another one.
Evaporation is the process of turning liquid into gas.
Evaporation is the process of turning liquid into gas. All right, I'm quite happy with that. Clearly the content went up as well, and now that I'm getting warmed up and I'm practicing, the speaking will slowly go up. As you can see, your content needs to be full, no missed words. Okay, let's try another one, shall we? If I can't, I'd like to get like 88. or something. We'll see how we go.
Mitosis is the division of cells for growth and repair.
Mitosis is the division of cells for growth and repair. All right, let's see how we went. Do you see that, my friends? Do you see that? Full content. I don't have the same voice as him, but I gave it my all. All right? Calmly listen to everything you've heard. It is much slower in the real test, and don't worry too much about it. Try not to miss any words. Okay, let's do that again. Hopefully I get like better and better as we go along.
You can register your card at the University Student Center or the library.
You can register your card at the University Student Center or the library. So notice how I will listen to the full sentence. I'm not looking away. My eye is strictly looking at the screen. Okay? Let's submit it. All right, so listening 90, speaking 73. Fluency went down because, there we go, I did stutter. You can see that I stopped. Let's do that again, shall we? No missed words. They were all 13 words, all covered. Pronunciation was perfect. Content was perfect. Fluency. So overall, you can see that my content and pronunciation pulled up my speaking marks. Let's try that one again, shall we?
You can register your card at the University Student Center or the library.
You can register your card at the University Student Center or the library. Okay, let's submit that. I'm happy with that. Okay, so in the end, yes, like all the other tutors that are on YouTube, I agree. Fluency matters. It absolutely does. And that's proof of it. Okay, this is proof that fluency does matter. What I'm going to do is, like in the exam, on the exam day, you're going to have lots of people around you and they're going to be speaking. Some of them are going to be yelling. You need to be calm. You need to really focus and listen. Some tutors will say, oh, you need to listen to chunks of phrases and then join them up together. No, I literally want you to put something in your mouth, like a medicine, and then vomit it out. You're going to swallow all the words and then you're going to spit the words back out. I don't need you to remember anything. I don't need you to make logic of anything. But if you understand it, there's a higher chance of you being able to regurgitate it or vomit it back out. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So let's say it's a topic on science and you don't understand it at all. But if you understand the basic English of it, you're going to be able to repeat the sentence. Let's try that again, shall we?
I would like my assignment to be less than 2,000 words.
I would like my assignment to be less than 2,000 words. Okay, so see how we went. All right, so speaking 88, which is really fine. That's totally fine. I did feel like there might have been a struggle, and that was 11 words. If you didn't understand the sentence because you're busy looking for tips, tricks, and hacks and not actually to learn how to speak English, you might not understand the word sentence and you might not be able to repeat it. So, what I'm going to do is, I want you to work on your English. Okay, it's not just about learning how to cheat the AI, you have to work with it.
Please keep the keys with you because the front door often locks automatically.
Please keep the keys with you because the front door quite often locks automatically. All right, let's submit that. See how we went. That was a difficult one. So speaking went down because it was difficult and I did feel like I had to interpret what was said and then regurgitate it and the fluency dropped. Okay, but there you go. If your content was maximum and your pronunciation is totally fine, you're still going to get a really high score. Let's try this on ApeUni, shall we? Righto, here I am at ApeUni. Let's do a repeat sentence practice. I have done quite a few of these in my teaching for
Students are
teaching
allowed to bring
private
dictionaries to the
students.
exam.
Let's go all the way back, shall we? Okay, ooh, there's a hard one. We'll come back to that. Let's start with an easy one and then move upwards, okay?
I missed the lecture yesterday. May I use your notes?
I missed the lecture yesterday. May I use your notes? So as you can see, there was an inflection in his speech. He was asking a question, may I use your notes? And you'll find that tutors on YouTube tell you it doesn't matter, intonation doesn't matter, inflection doesn't matter, emotive language doesn't matter, just speak like a robot. You're not a robot, okay? I did repeat the sentence and I did have some amount of inflection, but I wasn't actually asking a question. Let's see how we went. All right, fingers crossed, my friends.
The lecture yesterday. May I use your notes? I missed the lecture yesterday. May I use your
I don't know. So I got 85 because content, it says I didn't pronounce the word missed so well and I pronounced the words notes really badly. That's okay.
I missed the lecture yesterday. May I
So what does it say here? But if you're aiming for 80%, at least 80%, great pronunciation, great fluency. So in general, you saw the content drop. My score kind of dropped, but that's okay. This was our first attempt. Let's do another. Let's do next.
I can fix the issue, but was told to keep it from you.
I can fix the issue, but was told to keep it from you. Right. I fumbled, friends. I fumbled. Let's find out how we went. Submit.
I can fix the issue but was told to keep it from me. I can fix the issue
Okay. I'm pretty sure I did fumble. Okay, I'm going to be the first to admit I fumbled, and I'm not sure how this happened. Let's try again. So this was a 90. Obviously, I'm always going to cover as much content as possible. I want you to understand the sentence first. Understand what's being said to you, even if you don't get the content, even if it's about science, if it's about history, it doesn't matter. As long as you understand the content in English, the sentence itself, you're going to be able to reproduce it. Let's do another.
I wanted to say you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I wanted to say you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. That's a lovely compliment. I wish someone would say that to me. All right, let's see how we go. Let's submit.
I wanted to say you're the most beautiful.
All right, so 89. I lost a little bit of points on fluency, which is totally understandable. But again, yes, fluency really matters.
I wanted to say you're the
But
most
when
beautiful
it really counts, okay, your fluency might drop. But if you've got the content and the pronunciation and the actual command of English to back you up, you're going to have a high score. Let's do another, my friends. I'm not satisfied.
I broke the basement window using a big rock I found.
I broke the basement window using a big rock I found. So the recording was 3 seconds. My recording was 2 seconds. Let's submit that. Also, you can see that I'm not speeding up my speech. I'm speaking at a consistent rate.
I broke the basement window using a big rock I found. I broke the basement
So 87, and where I lost points for was shush. Rock and I found. It was not happy with the word found, and it's because I didn't round off the word. I didn't end on the ND. Okay. So I've taken off my headset. I'm not using the microphone. It's not plugged in anymore. I'm just going to use my laptop microphone and see how we go with that. Repeat sentence, and this will just be the last one we do for the day. Let's do this one. It says I'm done.
We often ask our students to get access to all sorts of services.
We often ask our students to get access to all sorts of services. Now, I admit I didn't hear everything, I didn't catch everything, so fingers crossed I did all right. We often ask our students to get access. So I got an 89. So we often ask our students to get access to all sorts of services. So it says here again, I lost 1 point on pronunciation,
We
but
often
in
ask
general,
our students.
shush. In general, you can see that, okay, yes, fluency matters. It's all about the fluency. But if you've got the content and you've got the basic English to regurgitate and repeat the sentence because you understood it, there's a solid chance, even if you're not quite as fluent, you're going to get a high score. Okay? All right. So let's be done. All right. So that brings us to the end of the tute. As I said, it was just going to be a short, tute, just over 15 minutes. I hope this was really helpful. And I hope that when you see that you really need to make an effort, you're going to do really well. All right. So concentrate on the three that we've covered so far, which is write from dictation, read aloud, and repeat sentence. And on Monday, there'll be a new video. Thanks so much. And obviously, I would like the channel to grow, but I'm not going to be the type to like force you to subscribe or like or whatever. But do share it with somebody that you think might need a bit of help. All right. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.